My name is Tetsuro Wakatsuki. I'm an assistant professor at the physiology department and then also the faculty member at the BBC. The Biotechnology Center, we have a lot of resources, including the people who can do a lot of molecular biology, genetic background studies, and these equipment that are available here, we use that often to understand what molecules involved in this, or the genes involved in this disease processes. So we focus on two things. One is a tissue engineering of the cardiac tissues, and we try to reconstitute the heart muscles in vitro. And this reconstituted heart muscle will be used for drug screening, and later on we try to use this tissue to implant and then help the patient who lost the cardiac functions. And then second project we are interested in is the how the patient developed the heart disease, and especially the disease called cardiac fibrosis. And this cardiac fibrosis is a disease that becomes a large scar in the heart muscle tissues, and these scars eventually take over the heart functions. So using the previously mentioned engineered heart tissues to understand how different cell types in the heart interact with each other, and then the main cell types to become disease phenotype of the cardiac fibrosis is what is called fibroblasts. And these fibroblasts, how they take over the myocyte, and then how we can reverse this process. That's the second goal of our research. Cardiac fibrosis often comes up with the patient who had the heart attack, and then these patients who lost their the myocyte, because when the heart attack happens, the patient lose even for the short period of time the oxygen supply or the nutrient supply to the cardiac muscles, and cardiomyocyte, the main muscle cells in the heart, they start to die. And unfortunately, these muscle cells, they don't have that many backup system like other skeletal muscle system. So that's why a lot of people interested in to make a stem cell based therapy, so that these stem cells become a part of you to regenerate your new muscle. But that's not going to happen in very soon. So we're trying to understand how we can slow down this process of the disease that happens often after the heart attack patient, once they lose the muscle function.